my hand, come with me. I'll show you love and ecstasy. Oh, ecstasy. And we are just people. And all the love you give me, and all the love you give me, I hold it now. We are people in this world, together, together, and all the love you give me. Come stop your crying, we'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart, always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. Well, I know we're different, but deep inside us, we're not that different at all. And you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore.
Hello, it is a release day today, but of course you're watching this tomorrow, so you missed it. Harley Benton is releasing the ST Modern. Usually Harley Benton doesn't have release days, but now they have a fixed kind of release day, and that is today. What? So, at Guitar Summit last year, Harley Benton introduced the ST Modern, which is to say, finally, they have an HSS Strat style guitar with modern features. And Harley Benton has some phenomenal guitars Usually the single cuts, the SC550, SC550 Plus, blah, 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 and the SC Custom, they are phenomenal guitars for the money. The JA60 is a phenomenal guitar for the money. Way, way outside of their price range. And then you have the Strats. The ST62 is a good old staple in their field. And it's a good guitar, but it's not like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm buying this for this little money. It does the job, and sometimes you get a better and sometimes you get a worse model. Same thing for some other guitars they make. The Fusions, again, for the money, yes, great features. They look nice. They're modern guitars with nice tops and all that stuff. But they never really impressed me tonally as much. I mean, they were nice, but they never impressed me tonally as much as, let's say, the SC550 did. With the SC550, everyone's like, boing, oh my God, you know, jaw down. I can't believe this is so good. So when Lasse Terno, the guy, the product manager behind Harley Benton, showed me the ST Modern last year, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, but you're not going to be able to hold that price point. And no way in hell will they all have these types of necks. He said, yes, they will. And I said, no, they won't. Then he said, yes, they will. And I said, Lasse, no, they won't. And he said, yes, they will. That went on for a good 45 minutes until I said, what if I randomly drop by Thomann, unannounced, get granted access to the warehouse and pick out a couple guitars randomly? Will you stand by that and saying that they will all have necks like that? And he said, yes. So I might do that. Please say in the comments if it's worth to you for me driving 3 hours, spending a whole day checking that. But I'm willing to do that unannounced. So they are here now. And the features are ridiculous. I didn't know which one to go for. Of course, they sent them to me. They're also paying for this video, which you decide whatever that means to you. We've had this discussion for way too long. I didn't know which one to go for, and I didn't know there were actually two models that differ in quite a few aspects, but not in the main ones. So you have a traditional Stratty thing. That's the blue one. Oh, I bonked them. And then you have a more modern one, which is this one. So you can see this one is more Stratty. It's got the jack on top. Traditional kind of shape, rounded body edges, whereas this has a more flat, sharp top edge. This also has a cream binding. This has no bindings. Pickups on here, cream with a nice metal encased humbucker. This black and zebra. Both have volume and tone. Both have 5-position switches. They feature the same pickups. In the back, of course, on this one, we have access to the jack, which is here on the side. Here, you can see this is nicely rounded off with a Harley Benton logo embossed plate, neck plate, and we have a little bit of a shaping right there. Whereas this is completely thinned out here with a rounded part right there. So they are different, but essentially, I don't think you're going to feel any of this. I don't know. I haven't really played them hardcore for weeks to really tell you if there's a difference. I'm assuming, and I cannot go on the website to actually give you any actual stats. I'm assuming that we have some kind of tusk nut. We have string trees on both. The one thing that sets these apart from ridiculously high-end guitars in terms of specs, at least, are staggered tuners. If you can see this from the side, the tuners are not staggered, which I told Lasse would be nice, but of course they were already in production. So staggered tuners would make this, neat. But they both have, look at this, vintage-style locking tuners on the back. I don't know who makes them. I'm going to say they're probably at least $50 a set. They could be Goto licensed or who knows what, but they are locking tuners. And you already saw it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The necks. Yes, look, they are both pretty stunning. Now, we can argue that they picked these for me specifically in the warehouse. And I'm not going to say they didn't because I don't know. They might, to make a very good impression. They might not. When you get one with a shitty neck, you send it back. Or I go and check for you. I don't know. I don't know if we can do that. On the side, we have lumen lace with silver surrounds, which is really, really, really cool. Might be plastic surrounds, whatever. But these types of necks, you usually see on, well, a guitar like, I'll show you. This puppy here. Look, they're actually kind of similar guitars, aren't they? And so look at this neck. Ah, porn, huh? Nice. Isn't that just super cool? And then you look at this. And then you also have a super cool neck. Only difference is, this is about 6,000 euro. That's 399. That's the difference. So what you've already seen packs quite a punch in terms of value, right? That neck. We have a pretty flawless body here in terms of shapings. I don't see any inconsistencies in the paint or little black flakes in there or dust, which you have sometimes with a Harley Benton. I could tell you about the fretboard radius, but I can't because I don't know, and it means nothing. You have to play them, and the only way to actually find out if this is a guitar for you is not to look at stats and fretboard radii. It is to order it, judge it, and if you don't like it, send it back, and then don't be mad at me because I didn't tell you the fretboard radius. Sorry. Locking tuners, string trees, all that. We have Tesla pickups, whatever that means, and the pièce de résistance on these things is the Babbage bridge. I just looked it up. There's loads of different ones on sale at Thomann. They sell these as well. And this really nice free-floating up and down bridge clocks in at 139 euro if you buy it by itself, which is utterly ridiculous. This is a 399 euro guitar. We're going to say about 50 bucks for the tuners, 140 for the bridge. We're already at half the price for the guitar for these two things. Pretty amazing. Now, full disclosure, high-end bridge, yes, but I'm fighting with it because these blocks are thicker. You can see kind of like bigger blocks, which probably has some kind of value in terms of tone, very clearly, and it's a super smooth trem that stays in tune. But because the blocks are thicker, the string comes out kind of in the middle of the block, which means for my playing style, which comes from a rock metal background, my palm muting is problematic. Let's see if we can get this on camera, because I'm putting my palm here and it's not hitting the string. So I actually have to go a little bit forward because the string isn't on top of the bridge, it's in the middle of the bridge. For me, this is a change in playing position that I don't like. It is, however, a very, very high-end nice bridge on this budget guitar. We're still at 400 euro or 399, and that is budget. Okay, the trem block is thinner, but that is also thinner on the 140 euro Babbage version. Now, you're going to ask, how in the world are they able to put a Babbage bridge on there? My guess is twofold. And I don't know. I'm not saying they did this, but A, Thomann's a big dealer, and Harley Benton is Thomann. So when Babbage wants to get in at Thomann selling their hardware, which they do, you can get all the Babbage hardware, and it's great stuff, at Thomann directly. Thomann has a bit of a crowbar thing going on, maybe. They're like, look, we're going to carry all your stuff, but we're going to make some Harley Benton ST Moderns, and we want the best deal possible on this trem. So Thomann doesn't necessarily pay 139 bucks for it, if you know what I mean. So they have that wiggle room to kind of put a little bit of a pressure on this guy, saying, look, you want to get in the shop, you're going to be on Harley Benton, and we're going to get a good deal. But then also, which makes sense, they buy in bulk. If you're a small builder and you're building, 10 Strats a year and you're buying 10 Babbage bridges, you're going to spend not 139, you're going to get dealer cost. You're going to, I don't know, maybe 110 or 99 bucks. But if you're building 1,000 of these, or however many they ordered, I know the number, it's less than that. But I'm gonna say over the next year, maybe 1,000. And you're buying 1,000 bridges. That keeps Mr. Bubbage in business. So of course he's gonna get them a good deal. So no, you're gonna spend 139 for that. But Thomann, Harley Benton, got a good deal for these guitars. So if you're asking how is it possible, that's how it's possible. And that's totally fair and that's totally fine. That is not a problem for anyone. It's just a good thing for you. Let's tune this. I tuned this a while ago. It went over in the studio to do product shots. It hasn't been touched. Other than that, let's see where we're at. A little bit flat, and that was it. The other one was almost in tune completely. Now, when it arrived, I didn't like the action. It was, of course, checked by Thomann, but I had adjusted the neck a little bit with this truss rod adjustment right here, which is how you freaking do it on a modern guitar, right there. Oh, I did take the bridge down half a turn of the screws. It's a 2-point trem. So, we have the traditional 5-position switch, this one both, and then this one alone. And in the back, we can also call tap, which means the in-between position gives us 2 sounds, and the bridge position gives us 2 sounds. So we're gonna go into the Bad Cat, Black Cat, I think. Yep, and also other amps. Both of them should sound the same. We're gonna quickly compare. We're gonna start with this thing. I don't know what they're called. The ST Modern, more Stratty, the ST Modern, more modern. I don't know. Look it up. I'll put links below. In between. I'm fighting with that bridge a bit. It's very high quality, but you have to adjust your playing style. That's a beautiful position. She said, ha! Oh, quick anecdote, because now it was going through my head and I have to tell you, why in the world was it a Phil Collins song at the beginning of the video in 7/8? Well, because very strangely, I got an email from Mark Mencina, who is one of my heroes and wrote the score for Tarzan and worked on the songs with Phil Collins. He also worked on, I don't know, The Lion King and Moana and, a billion other movies, and he's just one of the most awesome writers. So I adore his work. And so he writes to me and tells me, hey, I'm a fan of yours. That's funny. And he watches these silly videos. So I said, and we started talking, and I said, I'm going to go and butcher one of your songs. And then I did. I even made a metal version, which is going to appear in a different video, which is fun, that Carsten Stepanovic is singing. So that's why there's Phil Collins at the beginning of this video, because the guy that literally worked on the song is watching these videos, which is just crazy. If you're watching this, hi, Mark. So we're in the in-between position. I'm going to pull. All the way in the back, humbucker. I think I moved the humbucker slightly higher on the other one, because I think it's hotter. Let's check that out. Obviously, the blue one is more traditional, but this, with its, well, very clearly veneer top, clutch cables, by the way. You know? Hey, marketing! This is really pretty. Nice black burst on this beautiful turquoise blue. It's a gorgeous looking guitar, and I love the pearloid here, pearloid in the back. Leslie was like, what is that? We're gonna scratch that off. No, that's actually how it is, Leslie. It's called pearloid. So here we go. Yeah, I moved that up a little bit. Now it's hotter. That's a little bit much. Want to hear those sounds again? I mean, I don't know why, but... should get really sweet sounds in the between position there. Oh, you hear that honk? Beautiful. With gain, that's going to be awesome. So here's the thing. This is what this guitar can do. All the buzz, sorry, that's, you know, in my system. I don't know. The sounds are there. Are they on the level of my 6,000 euro Shabbat? No, they're not. Why would they be? $399, great. $699, yep. I'm gonna say can even compete with maybe $999, and then we're kind of losing it. But again, what you're paying is $399. Let's go into. Let's do the Astro 20 by Soldano, which I have on a kind of a mid-gainy thing. Want to check how far this goes? Okay, let's do this. We are in tune right now. Let's go to the Deliverance 2 Plus by Freyet. Yeah, we're pretty much in tune. That's ridiculous. I would not have thought that. Wow. Okay. I am a bit annoyed by this bridge. It's super high quality, and I get that, but why the big blocks and why the string coming out in the middle? I'm not used to that. Let's get some high gain happening here. So the bottom line is that the Harley Benton ST Modern is a phenomenal bang for the buck guitar with locking tuners, nice optics. I sound like a catalog man, but that's not what I do. Harley Benton has come a long way from the piece of shit that I had in my music school for $69, cardboard crap guitar, about almost, well, I'm gonna say 17 years ago. They were horrible. This is, I mean, Ibanez AZES, Yamaha Pacifica, all the entry-level Strat-style guitars cannot compete with this. I do have a little bit of an issue with the bulkiness of that bridge, but it is a super high-end bridge that stays in tune on a entry-level kind of guitar. The necks are phenomenal, and I hope I can go and do a spot inspection and actually see if they're all this phenomenal. So yeah, you heard my pros and cons. Finally, Harley Benton has an HSS modern Strat that you can take with you on a stage and not look back and be completely happy with. If you can find the right position for your wrist, for your palm, for the muting, then everything is fine. If this absolutely does not is to your liking, if this absolutely is not is to your liking, wow. If you don't like this shit, put a different bridge in there, which would be a shame, but you can sell the garbage for about $100 probably, or send the guitar back and you have lost nothing. So therefore, whatever I would tell you that's not true, I don't know how I would do that. What would I tell you that's not true? The only thing is, I would say, I like it when I actually don't like it, but I do like it. So, that's how it goes. And that's it for me. It is Sunday at 6 something, because we work here on Sundays as well to get videos ready. Yeah, we're done here. Links below. Please use them. That absolutely supports the channel. It really helps if you use my links. Thank you so much. And animals at the end.